Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Four-star wide receiver Amari Jefferson, a priority in-state target, has set his commitment date. It sounds like it's down to Tennessee and Alabama. Also has Georgia included in that final three, but this thing is a third Saturday in October type of battle. It's Tennessee, it's Alabama. We're going to get into all of that information in just a second. Some of you might be saying, Boogie, you say every kid is a priority. You've been using the word priority target a lot lately. Yes, I have. And the reason is because I do think there are several different priority targets. I think Cam Franklin is a priority. I think Jordan Ross is a pretty high priority as well because you've missed on some of those targets on the defensive line. And look, we know the quote, we know the saying, you don't have to hit them all, but you got to get some. That's the thing. You cannot strike out. You cannot miss on all of your targets at a certain position group. That's why I think those guys are crucial on the defensive line. Also, I think Bennett Warren is a huge priority at the offensive tackle position. Tennessee set themselves up nicely. They got the visit. I think Bennett Warren likes Tennessee, but you got to close the door and you've got to lock down that legitimate offensive tackle body, not a guy that may transition to play inside, may play tackle. No, I want that true, legitimate offensive tackle. That's what Bennett Warren is. But also Amari Jefferson. I think he is a priority. 6'1", 190 pounds out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Again, that's an in-state kid. You can look at the industry rankings right there. Third best player out of the state. I think that is what makes Amari Jefferson a priority target. Look, Tennessee is going to get theirs at wide receiver, whether that be Amari Jefferson, Mike Matthews, Ryan Wingo, or they go further down the list. I think they're going to be just fine at the wide receiver position. I think it's always going to be just fine at wide receiver as long as Josh Heupel is here. But look, we're talking about, again, one of the top 5 players in the state of Tennessee. We're talking about a guy that's been committed to Tony Vitello in this baseball program going back to, I think, the summer of 2021. How much is baseball a factor in the decision for Amari Jefferson? We're going to get into it and talk about it, but as always, I need you guys to do me a favor, and that is smash the thumbs up just below the video. It is quick, free, and easy. It helps the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not media. This is for the fans, by the fans. We are talking with you, not at you. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Going to be live on Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to count you all the way down. We're going to show the live commitment of 4-star running back Braylon Russell. It is coming down to Tennessee and Arkansas. He's an Arkansas kid. At one point, he was committed to Arkansas, but Tennessee set themselves up nicely there. Hopefully that is one for the good guys coming up on Friday night. Also, you want to throw a tip in the tip jar, hit that thanks button down below. We would appreciate any and all support. Let's jump into it. Let's take a look at the final 3 for Amari Jefferson and also take a look at the commitment date and some of the quotes that he had to say. This is an article on 3.com. Hayes Fawcett, 4-star wide receiver Amari Jefferson names top 3 and sets commitment date. It says here he narrowed his list to 3 schools on Tuesday afternoon. The 6'1", 195-pounder is down to Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. And again, those 3 teams, it really sounds like this is more of a Tennessee-Alabama battle, but that's the top 3. He took official visits to all 3 schools, visited Alabama back on June the 9th, Georgia on the 16th, and then Tennessee on June the 23rd. Look, I think Tennessee gained a lot of momentum there. At one point, it seemed like Amari Jefferson was trending away from Tennessee, but they got him on campus for the official visit, showed him a little love, and I think they gained some momentum there. Coming off of the visit, here's a quote from Jefferson, said, "Everything is in a good spot right now with Tennessee. Got a good connection with all the coaches, Coach Pope, Coach Hype, Coach Halsley. They kind of walked it out for me, showing me where I could play, how they could use me, stuff like that. It was a pretty good weekend." He went on to say they can use me as a combo guy. They would play me inside and out. My quickness as an inside guy and being able to take the top off the defense on the outside. So I like that. I like the versatility that Amari Jefferson brings to the table. And again, there's no scouting report on On3. There's no scouting report on 247 Sports, but we actually did a film breakdown with Coach Jay on Amari Jefferson. So if you want to check that out, go back and search the playlist for the film breakdown. It was a really good series. We broke down actually every wide receiver target in this class of 24 for Tennessee, so it's worth taking a look at. Also, when he was in town on the 23rd, he was here with Mike Matthews. He was here with Boo Carter. We made a video about Boo earlier this week where he targeted Amari Jefferson. He put it out there on Twitter, said this is a list of guys I'm going to go get. Amari Jefferson is one of those. So here is where he discusses the finalists. Talks about Tennessee, says, it's my hometown team. I feel I could have a big legacy being the in-state kid. I've got a great relationship with the coaching staff. So again, even, these kids understand what it means to be an in-state kid, a Tennessee kid, locking down your borders. We're talking about going into other states and cherry picking their top talent. Well, you don't want Alabama doing that to you. He says about Georgia, they've been recruiting me hard for a year. I got a great connection with the staff, the culture Kirby has built. Also, the championships. Talks about Alabama, legendary, getting to play for Nick Saban and getting coached by Coach Wiggins and going to wide receiver. Oh, my gosh. Somebody needs to talk to Amari Jefferson and correct that. Oh, that is disappointing to read. Says the championships, they are always in big games. Yeah, they were in a big game last year against Tennessee. The goalpost came down, went in the Tennessee River. Things are changing in Knoxville, Amari, and you can come be a part of that. You in-state kid, the legend. Make things right. Come to Tennessee. Now, something interesting we're talking about with Amari Jefferson. We thought the official visits back in June were going to be the final say, and Tennessee had that last visit. And again, I feel like Tennessee gained some momentum back there. I saw at one point on VolQuest, they love to ask Austin Price for percentages. What's the percentage of this kid, that kid? And they asked about Amari Jefferson, and he said 51% after the visit. That's what's so interesting, because he threw that extra 1% in there because they have said regularly over there at VolQuest that they feel like Tennessee is in the lead, but this thing is a coin toss. If they had to pick, they would go with Tennessee. The Alabama moderators over at On3 say the opposite. They say, hey, this thing's a coin toss, but if I had to pick, I'm giving Alabama the edge. So this is how close this thing is, and it gets interesting because Amari Jefferson is going to take 2 unofficial visits at the end of the month before he makes that decision on August the 5th. July the 28th, he is going to be in town in Knoxville taking an unofficial visit. He is going to follow that up the very next day on July the 29th. So do you hit the panic button? Because that's what a lot of people do. Look, we talk about getting the final say, getting that last visit. We talked about the official visits, how Tennessee was able to create a little momentum because they got that last visit. Something interesting that Matt Ray at VolQuest talked about is that Tennessee and Alabama are both going to be hosting big cookouts on the 29th. So a lot of kids are going to be in town. A lot of recruits are going to be around. So Jefferson is going to come to Tennessee on the 28th, where he is going to be the only kid here. He's going to get a little bit more one-on-one time. Maybe they bring Tony Vitello in to seal the deal. How much is baseball a factor? Do you want to go play baseball at Alabama? Will Nick Saban even let Amari Jefferson go play baseball at Alabama? I don't know if that just doesn't sound like something an old hard-headed coach like Nick Saban would allow you to do. So how much is that a factor? How much does that one-on-one time, getting to sit down with this coaching staff, play a part? Or are you in complete panic mode because Alabama gets that last visit leading into the decision on August the 5th? This thing is not over yet. It's going to go down to the wire. I don't think we're going to know until August 5th. I think it's going to be one of those signed, sealed, and delivered type of deals. What do you think? Jump into the comment section and let me know your thoughts. Is Tennessee going to be able to close out the 4-star in-state wide receiver, or is he off to the Crimson Tide? Also, don't forget, smash the thumbs up on the way out the door. I would appreciate that. As always, it's quick, free, and easy. And thank you to the members of the channel. You want to be a part of what we're building around here, hit the join button down below. For as little as $1 a month, you can support the channel and allow me the opportunity to bring more content like this, more live streams, more videos, all kinds of fun stuff coming up this fall. Also, you can go check out the merchandise at bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. But as always, if you don't have the money to give, donate, or pick up some merch, don't worry about it. Just hit the thumbs up because that's quick, free, and easy. Jump over to the comment section. Let's talk some Tennessee football because this is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.